Hey, Jesse Macrae here from Newport Boxford. Today we're going to do a boxing legs core workout. We're going to split up our 3-minute rounds into 1 minute of boxing, 1 minute where we work the legs, and 1 minute we're working our core. 12 rounds total, which is exactly 42 minutes for the workout. All right. I'll kind of just explain it as we go. That'll be the easier way. So we'll get straight into round one. First minute will be boxing, followed by squats, air squats, and then some double crunches where we're hitting the front end and the obliques as well. All right, so we'll get going in 10 seconds. As we typically do, we're going to start our combination just working our jab, which is, if you're right-handed, is your straight left. All right. So we're working, just push that jab out, just nice and light. We just ease into the workout. Try to get in the habit of always moving after you throw your jab. Punch, imagine the punch coming back. Right? You can move the head, move the feet. Work that right hand. Start the punch from your toes. Rotate the hips, let that power come up the chain. Ten more seconds and we'll move into our squats. Alright, into our air squats. Around about shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider. Sit back into those heels. Make sure our weight's going over the heels and not into our toes. Halfway before we transition into our core exercise. Keep sitting into those heels. Imagine you're sitting down on a chair. 10 more seconds. One more rep. Now we're down on the ground, double crunches. Feet out, hands behind, reach in, touch your ankles, kick them back out. 5 more seconds and we're gonna tilt to the side so we're hitting our obliques. Tilt to one side, you can pop that hand out. Same movement. 10 more seconds and we'll switch sides. Switch sides. I'm just going to spin it around so that you're not watching my butt the whole time. Thirty-second break. Round one down. This round we're going to work a front reverse lunge for our legs and then a V sit-up for our core exercise. For the boxing, we'll combine those 2 punches we just done into a simple 1-2 combination. And we're going 1-2, so you jab cross. You want to meet about halfway, right? So we don't jab, then cross. The cross starts going out as the jab's retracting. So add another jab, jab, cross, jab. 3 straight punches. And another straight right, 4 straight punches. Keep turning those punches over. One more. Now front reverse lunge. I'll do the side arm. Gonna step forward, lunge, come back, lunge behind. Forward, reverse. I'm just gonna spin it around, front, and back. Just working to one side. Next round we'll switch sides. Halfway. Ten more seconds. We're going to transition into the V sit-ups. Alright, we're on the ground. V sit-up, similar move to the double crunch. Some of the arms and the legs are going to stay straight. So we come up like a V. Five more seconds. Tilt to the side, just like before. Keep those legs straight, arms straight. Switch sides. Second break. Alright, so this round for our legs, we're going to do front reverse lunge, again working the other side. For our core exercise, we're going to work dorsal raises. Superman's another name. A lot of people think core is just the abs. We want to work the opposite side, so we're going to work that lower back in this round. Alright, where we left off, 4 straight punches, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to incorporate one of the hooks, the left hook. So 4 straight punches, left hook. Make sure we fully turn the hip around. So by the end of the punch, your hip should be facing your target. We'll add another 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. So add a straight right if you're right-handed. One more. Front reverse lunge. So I work the left leg the other time. Now I'm going to work the right. Step forward, lunge, step back, lunge. Ten more seconds. So one more front, one more reverse. Now we're down onto our stomachs. We're going to raise your upper body, lower body, hold for about 2 to 3 seconds at the top, and lower back down. Should feel that in the lower back. Halfway. Make sure you get that hold at the top. "15 seconds left. "30-second break. This next round, we're going to work a glute bridge with a reach behind. So I'll show you when we get to that one. And then we're going to work a plank with some variations. We'll start a new combination as well. We're going to start on the jab. We're going to round 4. Just work the jab. Again, get used to moving afterwards. So again, move our head, move our feet, change your height. It's double that jab. Nice and quick. You want to pull that jab about halfway and then you send it out again. Add a right hand. 1, 1, 2. And then we're going to add a 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Left hook on the end. Fully rotate on that hook. All right, now we're down on our backs for this one. It's 2-part movement. I'm going to push through the heels. Lift the hips, point them to the ceiling. Then you're going to reach behind, touch the ground. Back down. Reach, squeeze those glutes as you reach behind. When I'm reaching out to my right, it'll be my left glute doing most of the work. Right, that's the one, the heel you're pushing through the most. Ten more seconds. One more. Now we're going to go into a plank. On the elbows, stack your elbows below your shoulders and not in front. We want our core doing the work and not our shoulders. Now you're going to start dipping your hips. Rotate the hips. Point your hip towards the ground. These are called hip drops. Last one, we're going to get some rotations. So you're going to reach through with the hand, rotate out, switch arms, reach through, rotate. "30-second break. 4 rounds down. We're going to go back to the top and repeat the whole cycle. So we're doing this thing 3 times. The exercises will stay the same. The boxing will still keep mixing up. Build a new combination. We'll start on a jab again. All right, start working that jab. Add the cross. 1, 2. Add the 3. 1, 2, 3. Whatever your last punch is, we want to fully rotate on that punch. Add another 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. Now we'll fully rotate on that last 2. Let's get one more. Alright, into our squat. Just slightly wider than shoulder width. Sit back into that chair, that imaginary chair. So we're sitting into our heels. Seconds left, and we'll transition into double crunches. Ten seconds. One more. Down on the ground. Double crunches. This is where our knees are bent. Reach behind. Touch the ankles, spread it back out. You want to try to keep those legs off the ground through this whole movement. Tilt to one side. You can pop that one left arm out. Bring the knees in. Five seconds. Switch sides. Keep the movement going. Just going to quickly turn the feet down. Follow like this. Bit of a call in the room there, so the heat was about to kick on. We've got a 30-second break coming up. Next round, we're going to work our front reverse lunge and V sit-ups. Right. Again, we'll start with we'll build a new combination. We'll work starting on our jab. All right, let's go. We're working our jab. Snap that jab out. Get your movement afterwards. Imagine the punch is coming back. If your head stays in the same place, it's going to get hit. So we've got to move it offline. Doesn't take much to get the head offline. Now we're going to go high to low. So you're going to jab to the head, sit down, jab to the body. All right? Make sure we sit down to that body shot. We don't punch down because that leaves me exposed. I want to get down low so I can still tuck my chin into my shoulder. High, low. Come back up to the head with a 2. High, low, use that momentum from changing your height. Get some power on that right hand. One more. 1, 1, 2. All right, front reverse lunge. I'm going to work the left leg first. The front lunge, although they both work both sides, is predominantly the quad. The reverse lunge, again, works both sides, but is predominantly working the back side of the leg. More seconds left. We are working V sit-ups. So this time, the legs and arms are straight. Same thing, try to keep the legs off the ground, so you want to stop them before they hit the ground. Tilt to one side, keep the legs straight, keep the arms straight. Just hitting the obliques here. Switch sides. Keep that arm out. Help push yourself up. Still keep those legs off the ground. Stopping them before they hit the ground. Part of the movement. 30-second break. So we just hit the halfway point. 6 rounds down. We're going to work front reverse lunge, other side, and then our lower back with the dorsal raises. All right, let's start where we left off. Jab high, jab low, back up to the head. All right. If I do that side on, I'm going to be high. I'm going to sit down, low, come back up to my 2. So when you hit that body, you want to hope that their hands come down, opens up the head for that 2. You want to see that change of height. We're going to add a 3. So that 2, 3, that's where we want to get the knockout. Let's get one more. Front reverse lunge, we're going to work the other side. So I'm on my right leg. Make sure you're stacking that knee over your ankle. When we drop to the front, below your hip, and we drop to the back. If you're feeling any sort of stress in the knees, you're probably shifting your weight into the wrong area. I do it the wrong way with this one. So if I go like this, see how my knee is past my toes, I want it back. All right, when I drop back, I want it below my hip. One more. On your stomachs, put our dorsal raise. Get that 2 to 3 second hold at the top. If you want to kind of add to this movement, you can lift, reach out while keeping the upper body up and back down. Lift, reach forward, reach back and back down. 20 seconds left. Definitely makes it a lot more challenging on the core. "30-second break." We are into the last round of the second set. So we have our glute bridge with our reach behinds, and then our plank variations. All right, start with a jab again. Now, if you're a non-boxer, you probably feel like, you know, why am I throwing my non-dominant hand most of the time? Because you got to set up that power punch, you got to set up that power hand, and that's what our jab's for. Use that jab to set it up, to close some distance, so we can get that power punch in range. So now we're going to sit down and throw a straight right to the body. So you're going to jab to the head, try and get them to pull that guard up, drop down to their body. High, sit down to that punch, right? Think of those front reverse lunges. We'll get into that same position, pretty much into a lunge. So that jab up high, you're just trying to sell it, right? We're not really worried about landing it. It's the second punch we want to land. All right, onto those, the bridge reach behind. So on our backs, push through that heel, we rotate, reach behind, get that shoulder blade off the ground. Then we come back, lift, rotate, reach behind. This adds a bit of a core element to this glute exercise. Ten more seconds. And we're going to go into our plank. Let's get one more. And right into our plank. Stake those elbows below your shoulders. Five more seconds and we'll transition into hip drops. And we'll go and dip that hip side to side. 10 more seconds and we're going to get those rotations. Last 20 seconds, all right? Reach through, open it out, switch arms. Second break. 8 rounds down. Last set coming up. So now we're back to our squats and double crunches. Where we left off, jab high, try to sell that jab, get them to pull that guard up, and we sit down to that cross to the body. Basically, this is just trying to get them to bite, right? Think of just kind of waving the hand, dropping their body. Boxing is a lot like a game of chess where you're trying to think a few moves ahead. You're going to come back up to the head with a left hook. So you're going to jab high, sit down to that body, use that momentum, coming back up to power that left hook. All right, into our squats. Shoulder width is slightly wider. The more narrow your squat, the more you're going to work the quads. As we go wider, we'll shift some of that work to the back. Real focus on pushing through those heels when you push yourself back up. Don't let that weight go over your toes. Try to keep that chest open. And we're not squatting down like this, right? Where our chest is pointing to the ground. 10 more seconds. One more rep. And we transition to those double crunches. Keep those feet off the ground. Tilt to one side. Keep the movement going. Keep the feet off the ground. 10 more seconds and we'll switch sides. Switch sides. Second break. Round 10 coming up, hit that double digits. Front reverse lunges and V sit-ups. Our exercise this round. Alright, start on the jab again. Let's build a new combination. Let's add across, 1, 2. Alright, the most basic combination in boxing is a simple 1, 2. Even if you're not a boxer, I'm sure you've heard of a 1, 2. Now we'll start adding some uppercuts. So we're going to go 1, 2, left uppercut. 1, 2, 5. Right, we number all our punches. And let's add a 6. So 1, 2, left uppercut, right uppercut. One more. Alright, front reverse lunges. I'm working the left side. Stack that knee over the ankle, below the hip, and the reverse. It's no different to a punch. Where your weight is will make the difference in between how much power you have in your punches and just as importantly, your balance. Right, if we're off balance, we're not in a position to punch, we're not in a position to defend because we're trying to regain our balance. Right, we're into our V sit-ups. Legs are straight, arms are straight. One more. Just tilt to the side. Keep those legs straight, arms straight. Keep the legs off the ground. Use those obliques to lift the legs up, but also use them to stop the feet from hitting the ground. Switch sides. Second break. Next round will be the front reverse lunges on the side, and then our dorsal raises for our lower back. 2 more rounds left in this workout, rounds 11 and 12, which in boxing, these are what we call the championship rounds. Right? Champions are the ones who get to fight 12-round fights. So we're just going to shadow box freestyle for our boxing in these rounds. Try to free the mind. Don't think too much what you're throwing, just let the hands go. We're not punching, we've got to be moving our feet or moving our heads. Something's got to be happening at all times. You know, it can get hard sometimes if you're not used to this, trying to think of punches to throw. Right, just pick a combination that already worked. You just continuously work that combination, and then move the feet, move the head. As long as we're staying busy, staying active. All right, front reverse lunge. I'm now on my right leg. .30 seconds left. Then we'll transition into our dorsal raises. One more. We're down on our stomachs. Lift, hold 2 to 3 seconds down. Right, so the last one we lifted, we reached out and back. This time we're going to lift, reach to the side, back, then lower down. Lift, reach out, back, down. .20 seconds left. Ten seconds. .30-second break. Last round coming up. We have our glute bridge with our reach behind and our plank variations. Round 12. Again, we'll just freestyle. As mentioned, try not to overthink this. Just really just let the hands go. We're going. Halfway through the box here. .20 seconds left. We're down into that glute bridge. So on our backs, we're going to push through those heels, lift the hip as high as you can, push through it, squeeze, then we reach behind and back. Lift the hip, squeeze, reach behind. Takes a little bit of mind-body connection. Focus on the muscle we're trying to work, which are the glutes for the most part. "20 seconds left. "10 seconds. One more each side. Into our plank. Elbows below shoulders. "5 seconds, and we'll transition to the hip drops. Right, we're going with dipping those hips side to side. Keep those elbows below the shoulders. "5 seconds. All right, reach throughs, rotations, reach through, open it out, switch arms. One more. And we are done. Thanks for joining me.